What's going on, guys? It's Tetrosphere, and we're jumping right back into another match from the 3v3 case tournament hosted at GalaxyBusterTCG for the Justice Hunters release. We have on the left here Beefcake Blake versus Brock Sarabin on the right. Neither player a stranger to the channel. Let's go ahead and get out of the way the question of the day. We have in front of us here a yummy mirror match. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I find this mirror match to be an absolute hellhole. Do you enjoy the yummy mirror, both playing and or watching it? Let me know down below. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump on into the match here. And both of these players are very solid caliber, both playing very high quality decks. We are in for a doozy. Starting us off is Blake with Obedience Schooled. Does Brock possess an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring? And he most certainly does. Normal Summon Cookie. Fualos is the... Double Fualos is the response. Oh man, I almost wonder... We're gonna do it. We're going to make that a double upstart. We're going to go ahead and go Snatchy Effect to place, and that is going to be met with an infinite impermanence. What do we have to set here? Looks like a couple imperms of our own, and evenly matching a Fualos in the hand. So, yeah. Not much to be said there. Brock is going to go ahead and draw for turn. Do we have a way to play between all the cards in hand? I sure does look like we're going to go ahead and normal summon our Cookie Yummy, which it looks like is going to use its effect on summon to go ahead and make the Snatchy zero attack. Snatchy is going to hit the field and attempt to activate, or place the field spell rather, but that's just going to be met with an infinite impermanence. Yummy is going to be, or Yummy Lollipo is going to normal summon and shuffle back the Cookie from Blake's graveyard. We're going to go ahead and link row summon the Lollipo and the Snatchy into a Cupsy Yummy Way, which is going to try and add to discard one. Obviously, activating an infinite impermanence here would be completely futile, so we're not going to activate it there. Adding Cupsy and Cookie, neither of which have used their effect to special summon themselves from hand yet. We do have to discard, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and go with the Ash Blossom, which definitely telegraphs that the rest of the cards in our hand should be quite good. We're going to go ahead and normal summon the Cupsy, try to grab the Surprise, but that's just going to be met with an Imperm, and we're going to go ahead and chain the Cupsy Yummy Way to special summon from graveyard. So, our monsters are quite small. We were cut off from access to Surprise and the Field Spell. So we may be able to survive the turn, but is Blake going to be able to, pass the board? We do have an evenly matched from the hand that we'll be able to use at the end of battle phase, which we likely survive. Let's see what all we take here. Again, these monsters are pretty small, so we definitely survive here. That's not going to be an issue. We're going to attempt to leave the battle phase, and that's going to be met with an evenly matched. The tag out for the Lollipo Yummy Way is not online. We can't synchro summon with the Snatchy because that's only during the opponent's battle phase that's live. It's opponent's battle and either main. So I do think there's no getting around us losing 4 of these monsters here. We're going to go ahead and keep the Lollipo, which I think is pretty logical. We can always turn that into a Snatchy. Oh, we're reconsidering this. I think you keep Lollipo. Yeah. There you go, buddy. Main phase 2 is good. We're going to go ahead and activate Surprise, which the only name engraved is the cup. This is fine. I wonder why we're keeping the Fua, just in case we need a normal summon it to play. It's possible. All right, so we have nothing in hand. We just have the Snatchy and the Lollipo, which is going to... Ooh. That makes sense. Save it for your turn. The Snatchy can go ahead and do whatever it's got to do. Yeah, so now Cupsy can add or draw one, which looks like we are going to add, and we're going to grab another surprise. So now at the very least, if Snatchy goes ahead and decides to Synchro Summon, we're going to get a draw off of it and potentially get into an extender. Normal Summon Cookie. We're going to go Snatchy to Synchro Summon, which gives us a draw. Now, we probably go Cookie Yummy way, yeah, here. So we're going to go ahead and book the Cookie there. And I didn't see what we drew. We're going to pass it back. We have Talent and Surprise on the side of Brock. We're going to go ahead and activate Surprise. Try to revive the Cup. This happens. Cup is going to add. I think now we probably grab Field Spell. Oh no, we're going to grab a monster. Grab an extender. Get into the Cookie. Link 1 into Snatchy. Oh, of course. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Of course you get the Field Spell off the Link 1. And it was a Molcharmy Fualos that we drew, so obviously not phenomenal. Unfortunate circumstance there, but hey, it is what it is. We are going to go ahead and just decide to concede Game 1 there and move on to Game 2, where we'll have access to our side deck. We won't be bricking on those Molcharmies. We won't have like the evenly matched to worry about. We have cards like Solemn Judgment, the... drawing a blank here, but basically all of our going first techs that we know are going to back our board up and make our board even stronger and, you know, help us push through the hand trap. So definitely looking forward to better days here. Brock, on the other hand, what is he bringing in? I'm not so sure. It does seem to me like he is on a chiefly hand trap build, but he does have the Forbidden Droplet. Seems like the Infinite Impermanents are coming out. Double Fualos, definitely the MVP there, that Game 1. If I had to nominate for the award, it would definitely be the Double Fua. All right, our players are shuffled. Carefully deciding on a field center. Looks like we don't want to go with that one. We're going to go with this one. A little more thematic, I suppose, for the Yummy Mirror match. I will concede that that is a good one. Players have cut. We are going to go ahead and draw our 5 cards. Let's see if Blake will have better luck this time. I see a lot of spells. Double Engage is never great. Well, I shouldn't say never great, but in this deck it's not great unless you also play Widow Anchor. Engage is fine, so we're going to go ahead and grab our Hornet Drones. Generate a token. This is also fine. No Fualos on Resolution. Oh, there is a Fualos on Resolution. It looks like we have Thrust. So let's normal summon the Cupsy. Try to grab something. Is this going to rip another card out of Brock's hand? It sure is not. We were thinking about responding there, so it's possible that we have something like an Ash Purge or Infinite Impermanence. We did decide not to use it there, so we're going to go ahead and grab a Yummy Surprise. We are going to go ahead and give the one draw. Snatchy effect to place is fine. Place field spell. We're going to go ahead and activate Thrust, which is going to be met with that Ash Blossom. Very nice. Set the surprise and pass back. Don't want to give too many draws. Is that a Croaky? It sure is. We're going to go ahead and use Snatchy to Synchro Summon using itself and the token into a Cupsy Yummy Way. This effect is going to trigger on resolution of Engage to add 2, discard 1. We already have the Cookie engraved, so... Or not the Cookie, the Cupsy. So we can go ahead and grab the Cup and... a Cookie, it seems like. Or, okay, yeah, we're doing Cookie and Cupsy. Keeping the Cupsy in hand, discarding the Cookie. And there's the Dino Wrestler Pankratops. My oh my, we are playing that. This is the technology that was sort of... It was interesting because it was sort of anticipated to be both good and not good against Yummy. But in this case, it seems to have potentially saved the day. It does go ahead and take care of that Cupsy Yummy Way without using our normal summon. So now we just know that that surprise is set and we are otherwise free to do the thing. Surprise is going to summon Cupsy from grave, and now we do have a way to play. Down comes the normal summon of Cupsy Yummy. Attempt to add, and then this is going to be met with the Synchro effect to tag out and summon from grave. We do have the Cookie to pop and the Yummy to search or draw one, but it looks like we're going to go Snatchy plus Cookie. Okay. Or Snatchy plus Cupsy, sorry. Didn't quite catch what Brock just added off of his own Cupsy. It looks like it... I mean, you would think it'd be surprised in this scenario. And Blake's Cupsy is going to add a surprise of his own. Looks like we're going Snatchy effect here, which we're going to chain the Pankratops, target the Snatchy, I'm sure, to pop it, which will prevent the Synchro summoning from going down. We have the effect of a Croaky here. Let's see, this does not often come up. Let's see exactly what went down. Yummy's mint, a Croaky. This says, if a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon a Yummy monster from your deck. So this is going to allow us to summon the Lollipop, which is going to shuffle back from the opponent's grave. And look, I'm guessing we shuffled back a Yummy name. I didn't quite catch what it was. But we're going to link off our Cupsy into a Snatchy, which is going to try and place the field spell. It is worth pointing out that at the present, Brock does not have a battle phase. He did use it with the Pank to try to force some interaction. We're going to go ahead and play Mignon. And then we're going to activate Hornet Jones because we do not currently have a monster in the main monster zone. We can go ahead and make our token. And Thrust of our own. Blake is hoisted by his own petard. Gonna go ahead and add talent to hand. Yikes. What do we talent here? Is it to rip? Are we drawing to? We're going to rip. Engage, OB, Cup, and Surprise. Those are really good cards, so it's, other than the fact that you definitely don't rip Engage, it's a pretty tough choice between the Cup, the School, and the Surprise. Although I guess ripping Surprise probably doesn't make sense because Cup can just search it. Yeah, just keeping them off an extender, I guess, kind of makes sense. I don't know, I feel like that was a tough call. I don't think there was like a clear good choice there. Regardless, afterwards, we're going to go ahead and Linko summon the Snatchy and the Sky Striker token off into a Cupsy Yummy Way, which is going to try to add 2, discard 1. We are obviously aware that there are no hand traps to worry about, so we're just going to go ahead and add, it looks like we're going for a Cookie and a Cupsy. And the discard will be the Cup. Inherent Special, the Lollipo, which is going to shuffle back something from the opponent's grave. The Snatchy. Link off the Lollipo into a Snatchy of our own. And then Mignon is going to target the Cup to special summon it. Cup and Snatchy Link row summon into Lollipo, which is going to allow us to extend from the grave. I don't believe we're locked into anything. We haven't gone for like a Obedient Schooled or anything like that, so it should be the case that we are able to make the Herald of the Arclight if necessary. And it seems like that might be what we're attempting to do because we are going double Cup off the effect of Lollipo. And then we're going to go ahead and Synchro Summon with the level 2 tuner and the level 1 non-tuner probably into the machine that lets us extend. Or this could be a Link play. Nope, we're going to go ahead and go into Metal Marshall or whatever the hell its name is, March Madness. I don't know. Apparently he's a fan of the NBA and the college basketball. So we're going to go ahead and extend regardless into the Herald of Arclight, which does mean that we have the Omni Negate plus the macro light effect is not terribly relevant in this matchup, but we are going to go ahead and link into a Yummy Snatchy to sort of back up the Herald. And I think at this point, we're kind of forced to choose between leaving the Snatchy on the field or going through Onari. Looks like we're going to go ahead and leave the Snatchy on the field, pass over to Blake, who does open up Solemn Judgment. So we have a Engage, Schooled, Solemn Judgment, Surprise, and the 2 bodies on board, but we do have to push through the Herald. Going to go ahead and link off the Cup into our Snatchy. Do we attempt Snatchy's effect here? No, we do not. We're just going to go ahead and go for Cupsy Yummy Way, which is going to try to search 2 on Chainlink 1 and then Chainlink 2 a Croaky, which is going to target to pop. I did just miss what we targeted. I got to think it's the Herald, right? Brock's going to tag out in response. Well, it seems like we might have targeted the field spell based on Brock's action there. Yep, okay, so it was the field spell. That's interesting. So I think, so clearly we're valuing the attack stat more than we're valuing the playing through that Omni Negate. We're going to go ahead and add our 2 Yummies and discard the now defunct Engage. This game is definitely not over. Blake has a lot of pushes in hand. It's just a matter of properly navigating it because, you know, it's not just the typical Yummy interactions that you're now afraid of. It's also the Herald. But we tagged out, so Brock must have activated something. I'm guessing it was the Snatchy effect to Synchro. Or it may have been one of the Yummy's on-field effects. That must have been it. So either way, we tag out into the Snatchy and a Lollipo. And we're going to Synchro into a Cookie Yummy Way. In priority, Chainlink 1 Lollipo is going to target... Looks like one of those two to banish. Oh, going for the field spell. Okay. And it looks like we're going to tag out the Cookie Yummy Way as opposed to using its field trigger.
Become a member of our rewards program on the Pen Play app and get a $20 dining credit to use at any Pen Play destination. Come for the free food, then stay for the exciting gaming and amazing entertainment at Hollywood Casino at Greektown.
On summon, it looks like we're using Cupsy to draw a card. That's why we just kind of preemptively grabbed that there. And Snatchy is going to attempt to use its effect to conduct a... Or no, it's just placing a Croaky. Okay.
Not a competition. At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships.
All right, what do we got, Blake?
You'll get the best scholarship or savings you qualify for.
We need something massive.
Because everyone deserves an opportunity to save on their education without competing for it. Explore scholarship options.
Looks like we're getting some advice from our B player as my camera gets knocked slightly. We still have the surprise. All right, we're talking about eliminating that Herald, it looks like. Our flamboyant B player is very animated in his gestures. I do appreciate that. It makes my job as a commentator easier to understand exactly what is going on. So it looks like we're just going to go ahead and Synchro summon into the Cookie, and this is going to target those two to book. Do we have a response? All right, so we're going to go ahead and tag out with the Cupsy Yummy Way. This is going to summon the main deck Yummy Way, and the Herald gets booked. Okay, time to start extending. So we go ahead and inherent special summon Cupsy. This This is going to try to grab something from the deck, and this will not be met with any interaction. We're going to go ahead and grab a Lollipop. It's worth pointing out that Blake's Yummy monsters are quite massive, because they do gain attack for every light beast on the field, not just your side of the field. So they're all, in the present game state, they're all at plus 3k. Right? No, oh no, he's also got a Croaky up, not Mignon. He needs to get the other field spell for that to be the case. I'm yapping. Don't listen to me, I'm yapping. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and special summon Lollipop. And then special summon Cookie. So we've now used every inherent special summon. Our last extension is the Yummy Surprise. Here, Brock is going to activate the effective Snatch to perform a Synchro Summon, paying 100 life. We're going to go ahead and tag out with our Synchro. This is fine. We go into a Snatchy of our own and a Cookie, and the Synchro Summon is performed. Going into the Cookie Yummy Way, which could potentially try and book 2 monsters here if we don't have any triggers of our own on the side of Blake. So those are the targets for the book, and then a Croaky does have a target for a pop. I do think there's a world in which Snatchy dodges all of this, because if I'm not mistaken, Snatchy's Synchro effect is a soft once per chain. So if you, I believe if you have 2 Snatchies on the field, you can activate both in the same chain to what's it? Synchro Summon. Yes, then that is what we're doing here. Not that it really matters in this game state, I think, but the Cookie trigger should have been Chainlink 1, just because we're turn player. But regardless, again, in this game state, I don't think that matters. We're going to go ahead and perform our first Synchro Summon. Into our Lollipop, and then our second to Synchro Summon into a Cookie Yummy Way. Lollipop is going to extend from the graveyard, and potentially Cookie could be doing some Book of Moon shenanigans. Brock's own Cookie from the main deck variety is going to attempt to target to pop the Cookie Yummy Way, which of course is just going to tag right out, bringing back a Cookie, and I would think a Snatchy here. Yes, indeed. If we're gonna really push, though, we need to get to that field spell. Is it possible that we don't have a way to access it? We didn't already use this Snatchy effect to place, did we? No, okay, so we are doing that now. Okay. There's the Mignon, and now there are, in fact, 7 light beasts face up on the field, so our 4 Yummy monsters are each gaining 3,500 attack. Now, we do have the awareness that that face-down card on the side of Brock is Yummy Surprise, so we do need to force or eliminate that before it becomes a problem if we're really going to do a big push for game here. In the meantime, a Croaky is going to go ahead and recycle a couple of our Yummy names to put itself back in the deck. All right, now I think the remaining cards in the hand are Solemn Judgment, Yummy Surprise, and Obedient Schooled. We're looking at our opponent's grave. The known interactions, again, are the Set Surprise and the Yummy Snatchy to Synchro Summon. So what Brock really has at his arsenal here is activating Surprise, targeting 2 of his guys, targeting 2 of Blake's guys, and then chaining the Yummy Snatchy to perform a Synchro Summon using the whatever his targets were off of Surprise to maintain maximum value. Not doing that quite yet. We do use the effective minion to summon Cookie from Graveyard. Which, of course, just beefs up the number of light beasts to 8. Looks like we have decided to go battle phase here. It seems like we're beginning to declare some attacks. Alright, so Snatchy is going to go ahead and attack Snatchy with... Geez, so much more. 4k more attack. On attack deck, it looks like we're going to go ahead and go Surprise. Targeting those 2. And Mignon and the Snatchy and the EMZ. We do have the Surprise of our own, like I said, to dodge that targeted removal. Which I think is definitely the play. So there goes Surprise to put that back in hand and then replace. Which will cause that Yummy Surprise to miss target. That is precisely how that works. It will be a new card at that point. It will not be the same card that was targeted by Brock's Yummy Surprise. And it looks like we're going to then go Snatchy effect to Synchro. Is that... No, that can't be right because it's our own battle phase, so we can't. Okay, so we're just letting the Surprise resolve there. And then Yummy Snatchy is going to Synchro Summon into Lollipo, which is going to summon 2 from Grave, and then this is going to prompt Blake to tag out with his own Synchro, putting some names back on the board. Basically, we've just walled up. But regardless, these monsters are incredibly large. There are 9 light beasts on the field, so they're all at plus 4,500. So this is going to be some big damage here, swinging into the attack position Cookie. Gonna go ahead and destroy Herald.
Make a change and celebrate the new year with a fresh start. Madonna University's accelerated nursing program puts you on a fast track to a career where you can impact and inspire your community.
Cookie on Cookie for 4,500 damage, which is insane. And then it's just a matter of smashing everything else, right? Yes, so everything else goes.
ABSN to learn more.
We're going to go ahead and jeez, words, Brandon. Lollipo is going to get linked off for a Snatchy. So now we have a couple of Snatchies to work with. We're going to go ahead and Synchro off the other Snatchy and one of the main deck monsters into a Lollipo, just so that way we have plenty of effect to work with. We're even going to go into a Diviner of our own. I feel like here's the thing. Brock doesn't know about the Solemn Judgment. Oh, okay, we're scooping and just revealing what it was. He shows him wiping his hands like it didn't matter. Yeah, so between the Herald, Omni Negate, and the Solemn Judgment, it wasn't really going to matter. Brock was definitely put in an unwinnable position there. I'm a little confused. Oh, you know what I think happened? I think, yeah, I see now, because that was only 2 games, so the match didn't really conclude. Because it's a 3v3, I'm guessing one of these 2 guys, the other 2 teammates, had already won. So the result of the team was already concluded. So there was no need to continue the match. But either way, definitely a very good game 2 there. Blake did a phenomenal job of establishing control, losing control, and then re-establishing control and putting himself in a winning position. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see a game 3, but that's just the nature of these 3v3s. Sometimes you don't really get to play all your matches because the results already concluded because your other 2 teammates finished up first. Regardless, it was fun to watch. I love watching these guys. They're great players. I hope to see them again in future broadcasts. I hope to see you guys because we do have 1 or 2 more of these in the series to watch, and those are going to be coming up really soon. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.